so uncivilized.
I have a little paragraph or two to read you to start this journey. After that, we'll move into the first setting. And then let me know if the background noises are too loud. I'm going to try to set the mood.
You're going to rate me, are you?
Yes. All right. You do not remember when you were taken. Perhaps it was during a moment of respite, drifting to sleep beneath the familiar stars. Perhaps it was in the heart of battle, steel clashing against steel. Maybe it was mid-conversation, your words turning to mist on your tongue. However it happened, you were claimed. The moment came like a whisper at the edge of perception, your surroundings growing distant, colors bleeding away as shadows lengthened. The world around you softened, like ink washing from a canvas, until that all that remained was darkness. And then the falling began. You tumbled through an abyss of swirling mist, weightless, untethered, yet keenly aware of something immense watching you from the void. Shifting masses loomed at the edges of your vision, forms too vast and monstrous to comprehend. Each time your mind tried to grasp the shapes, the memories unraveled like frayed silk, dissolving before they could take root. You were not meant to understand. Sound returned first, the distant wails of others drifting alongside you. Echoes of fear and despair lost in the vastness. Then came the sensation of gravity, a body solidifying once more. The mist thickened, curling around you like fingers of some unseen thing, dragging you downward, deeper into something waiting. And then your eyes snap open. A wet, stifling darkness greets you. The scent of damp stone and rusting metal fill your lungs. Your body is stiff, cold, sprawled against unyielding stone. The distant drip of water echoes endlessly, and the damp air clings to your skin like an unwelcome shroud. A faint, sickly green glow seeps from the patches of moss along the walls, casting warped shadows that twist and contort the every flicker of the dim light. The cold iron shackles bites into your wrist, the weight of the chains dragging on your limbs. Beyond the iron bars of your cell, figures shift in the gloom. Others, barely visible in the half-light. Some stir, groaning softly as they begin to wake. Others remain motionless, their silence a whisper of fate already sealed. And beyond them, something watches, waiting.
Brian, if your head doesn't explode while this, because you're a human. What? Did I do acid?
Alright.
That's right, he's got his screens.
Just have this annoying blinking in my right corner of my eye.
There you go. So each of you awaken in your own little cells.
Describe the cell, like size-wise.
Our own cell, or are we in one big cell, everybody chained together?
Each of you are in your own cell. Bars in front of you.
Okay.
Your wrist and ankles are chained.
Okay. Like how big is this room?
It's about a 10 by 10 cell.
10 by 10, okay.
Yeah. There's a 10 by 10 cell.
Wall facing the cage.
Yeah. So you look out and you can see shadows waking up in their other cells. Maybe some other figures down. There's a big hallway in between the cells.
All right. I have dark vision.
Between them.
Can I see through it?
Do you have...
I have dark vision 60 feet.
Okay.
And high perception. 17 natural perception.
So there's glowing moss along the wall, some other unnatural light down the hallway you can't really see because you're chained to the back side of the cell. But as you look out, you can see pretty clearly right across from you, you see a Goliath with pale skin, strapped, chained in. It looks like he's coming to as well in his cell across from you. You can't see very well out of your peripherals because you have a 10 by 10 cell, but there you might see the sides of another cell block over yonder. It's fairly loose, actually, so you're not like constricted to the wall. You have a couple feet of movement. So each of you can inspect your cell blocks individually, see if you can see anything. So
Be cliche. Like, hello? That's where I was gonna go. I was gonna go. Hey, buddy.
No?
I'm not,
Anybody out?
I'm not gonna respond yet.
You hear a voice from down the way. You can't see him or the voice. It seems to be coming from down the hallway. Hello?
Hello?
Oh, shit. We got another one, Alara. Looks like new arrivals.
New arrivals?
I'm watching this guy to see what he's doing.
Do we hear it?
Yeah, you can hear it.
I'm watching this guy.
Yeah.
I was expecting my change, but then I snapped to attention to listen to that.
No.
Why am I in here?
We've been here a while.
Hey, where's here?
Hell, lad.
Hell?
You hear
What the hell?
You hear a burping sound. Oh, it's just my nightmare. One of these days, I'm gonna wake up back in the tavern.
Tavern?
Welcome to my nightmare, lad.
This guy's really accepted his fate.
But he was glugging like he was drinking.
Yeah.
So he's, in my mind, I'm thinking this man's not chained up. I haven't said anything yet.
No,
I'm just gonna keep sitting there acting like I'm out. No more.
I'm gonna put all my strength into trying to rip one arm free.
And try to pull the chain from
And then bust the train out of there.
the wall. Okay. Go ahead and roll a strength check.
15 plus 7, 22.
Okay. That one bust out of the stone wall there. You
What was
gotta.
that?
I'm sitting there going, ooh.
You now have a loose hand with a chain wrapped around it.
And I'm gonna put my foot on the wall, grab the other chain, and do it at a time.
Okay. Go ahead and roll again.
I figured that would give me a little bit of assistance.
What is it with 15?
All right, the monster breaks himself free. You hear some grunting and some noise, some chains rattling.
This shit.
Hey, you see it. You hear it next to you. You hear some
Fuck.
breaking and rattling of
What's going on?
chains.
Alright, I'm gonna go ahead and speak up. Hey, buddy, get me out here. I'll
You
make
hear-
sure we both get out here alive.
I look up.
You hear another
I look
voice.
back down at my hands. Are the chain come off me, or should they hang
I think
on?
they're still attached.
They're still attached.
Oh, like Kratos?
Just loosely wrapped chain to dangle from your hands.
How much pain do I have?
About 3 feet.
On each hand?
Yeah, on each hand.
You ain't swinging those blades
Just
around.
enough to throw some bullets on the
That's
end.
not what I'm trying to do. You guys want to do anything?
So-
I asked you to get me out of here. Let's make sure we get out of here.
You hear another voice as you're breaking and making all that noise and rapping.
I'm gonna wait and see what happens.
You hear another voice from down the hall. Let's see where.
Like,
You can see a figure now as you wrap the chains around your arms or whatever and you coast yourself. You can see a shadowy figure come up to the bars at an angle from you. And a dark-haired, short-haired woman pushes herself up against the cell and she says, "Silence you! Quit making so much noise or you'll draw his attention."
This woman passed by me.
She's even farther down from you. So you can hear this commotion from the right and this voice and the other burly voice is farther down the cell block from where your vision. Across from you, you can't see anything. It's just an empty cell across from you.
I'm gonna ask you, be like, do you have the means to get me out of here?
Hey!
My bad. Righto, lady, do you have any means to get me out of here?
This is me saying, hey, from down the hall.
Oh, I was like,
what the fuck are you guys talking about? Where the fuck are we? What the fuck is going on?
Pardon, chap. Maybe you lady have a little quiet talk here. All right, we'll be down there with you in a minute.
Jesus, this is a new
Where
area.
fucking, am I in Britain now?
I don't
Fuck yeah.
I don't know where we are, okay? I'm here too, but I know there is a danger that lurks in this place. It is a shadow, and if you draw its attention, we will all pay the price.
Shut up and suck my dick!
Are you Jessica Alba?
I can't see anything. There's whispering down the hall.
Ross, I understand that you have something to fear in here. Looks right scary, awkward, and terrifying.
Just moved from British to Australia?
It's hard. Sometimes your accent comes and goes. You don't know.
Just fucking roll.
Roll with it, bugger.
So, but I can't help but notice that you're on that side of the cage and I'm on this side.
This is where I appeared, okay? I've been here for 3 days now, and people like you come and go. And if the shadow comes, you will go. So shut the fuck up.
Well, one more bang coming your way then.
I don't want to draw unnecessary attention. And then you hear,
I'm still here.
you hear the laughter. Yeah, listen to that one. Yeah, I bet he's got something funny to say.
You sure got a pretty boy mouth.
It's all right. You're just in my nightmare. When I wake up, it's all gonna be okay.
Passive perception or perception check, whatever you roll. One. I'm doubling up. I'm looking at her. Does she have keys on her? Can I tell?
No, she's naked.
Oh! Shit, bitch, that!
Right?
By the way, you feel
He would not have talked to her.
instantly, you all are starting to become aware of the chill in the air. And maybe there's a little breeze hitting you in areas that you thought might be clothed. You are all naked. And across from you, there is a beautiful...
Oh, there's my jiggly bits.
So you cannot see her. You hear her voice. I have not been able to get out of here yet. People come, they go. They don't go kindly.
It's fair. Okay.
I'll wake up one of these days. You hear it.
My next thing is going to be, I'm not completely retarded. I've been through some, I have survival skills. I'm going to take those chains and I'm going to wrap them around 2 bars. And I'm going to grab them and I'm going to start twisting the chain.
Okay.
How close are the bars together?
They're
If I have 3 foot of each chain, is it enough
Right.
to wrap around 2 bars?
yeah, they're close enough where you can't squeeze through.
But if you bend somebody, be able to squeeze.
Maybe. Go ahead and roll a strength check.
While he's doing that, I want to inspect my mechanism.
14.
How easy it would be to slip.
21.
They do appear to have a clasp on them, so there is like a locking mechanism on your manacles.
So class for a lock. Can they be undone without a key?
They need. It looks like they would need a key. Go ahead. Would you roll?
21.
Okay. So as you
And I'm not trying to make a lot of noise. I'm trying to just bend them, not rip them.
tighten the chains slowly around the bars, you feel the tension on your wrist,
Right.
and
It'll hurt.
it starts to hurt, and the pressure. It becomes uncomfortable, and eventually you hear a snap, and the chains break. But you did not break the bars. Those bars are super thick.
Didn't bend them at all.
They are embedded into the ground. They're like made of some very thick steel.
I see that. Can I do an Arcana check?
Sure.
I'd like to just check the bars to see if there's magic.
I'm going to stand there looking a little dumbfounded. Usually whoops.
17 Arcana check.
Hey, does anybody else got a blue screen in front of their face?
I'm listening to this guy talking about a dream and this guy talking about a blue screen. I'm scared.
I can't
You
touch it. Anybody know how to touch it?
You cannot detect any magic coming from the bars. They do look like they are made of solid steel or titanium, though. It's going to take something heavy duty to move those bars. They do run.
Not to.
They do run up and down through they are embedded into the stone. The surface around you appears to be like a cavernous system. Like this was dug into a thick stone, rock cavern.
Glancing around, do I notice anything beyond the bars? Any openings, any windows?
Yeah, you immediately notice.
Sometimes I'm going to ask, is there a window?
You immediately notice in your cell a body lying across from you on
That's it. Big guy startled me.
We haven't rolled perceptions or anything, so
That's perception of us looking to see big things on shit. So.
yeah.
You were looking at something specific, though.
Yeah.
We started with nothing.
As far as clothing goes and
See
gear,
a dead body.
yeah, we're getting there. As far as clothing goes, you have no clothing on. In your cell, we'll just do passive perception. Immediately, each of you can see. In your cell, hold on. I thought you were yes. So in your cell, you see a body that looks to be some other kind of alien species, maybe on your world. I don't know if you've seen. Have you? It looks like some kind of lizard.
I have history, I have investigation, I have religion.
Okay.
Which one? History check to see if I recognize the race?
Yeah, you could do a history check.
Can if it's magical in nature?
History would be for species.
15 history.
Okay. It looks similar to maybe a kobold or something from your world. And but the body looks unnatural. It looks like it's been shriveled up. It's lost all of its mass. The bones are tight against the skin.
Emaciated.
Emaciated. It looks like it's been sucked dry.
Like Beetlejuice.
Yeah. What the?
Sucked dry?
From his cock?
Ooh.
I might want to stay in this cell.
Don't let that chick suck your dick.
If you're using bard, whatever, I suggest I mean,
Go ahead and roll another perception check.
let's go with, I rolled it's not very good, 27.
A 27.
Yes.
Okay.
I critted that.
So your visualization skills, especially amongst your dark blind sight or dark vision in the cell, you can actually see green venom coming through, like around its mouth, leaking out of its mouth and stuff. So it looks like maybe that looks like something you like. Maybe it's some kind of venomous creature or something like that. And it's and as where it hits the stone, you can hear a tss. And it looks like it might be within to reach of your manacles if you could reach out and
I
possibly
try to
get
grip it
to.
on one of my manacles.
We have to get to the creature
So I
first.
have to break out my manacles.
But no, you could reach it. I'm just saying you have to crawl over there and get to it, and you might need to do some procedural operations to get the.
Before I start that, either one of you guys want to do something? I'm going to get into that.
Yeah, go ahead, and while you're doing that, I want to.
I'm going to start crawling towards it.
Is there anything in my cell?
Roll a perception check.
Do you have dark vision? Because I don't think you do, sir.
I don't need dark vision. I can just fucking see.
He said that there was some kind of.
Oh, yeah, you said there's light in there.
There's a little bit of light.
There is light from out in the hallway. It looks like, what's the word I'm looking for? Phosphorescent, like moss clinging to the stone. There might be some other unnatural light from down the way. You can't really tell where it's coming from.
Here you go.
It is dark, but your passive perception does see something in like the shadows of
I have a
the
13
corner.
passive perception.
Right. You can see what looks like an outline of a body in your room as well.
I'm going to walk over to it and investigate.
Yeah, because you do have.
22.
Okay. So
This fucking dice are awesome. That's a fucking 19. I'll even plus 3.
this former remains of a prisoner has looks like some rags wrapped around his wrist still, some tatters, maybe some cloth-like material you can use or see. And it also, though, looks like it was once. This one looks more like a humanoid, and it is also a dried-out husk. Like it's stuck in a horror position as all of the fat and stuff has been drained from its body. Its eyes are hollowed out in a stare of horror up to the sky, and the skin is tight along the bones. You can literally see the bones in its chest and stuff, but he's dead as fuck. So,
Is it naked?
like I said, he has some cloth on him. So he was,
Cloth.
yeah, he has some like a loincloth around him, some various cloth straps.
Well, I'm going to
and
take
stuff.
that.
Okay.
Wrap it around my dangly bits.
Cover up. Okay.
I'm going to cover up my dangly bits.
Also, you notice as you're looking around the cell, you did a pretty high perception check there. So you notice on the back side of your cell what looks like some of the stones in the walls appear to be at weird, odd angles, and maybe they look loose. Brian, what are you doing?
I'm looking at my blue screens.
He's going through his. What screens? You describe this to me.
Okay. So
Make them look like Final Fantasy VII.
I've had this blinking blue dot in the bottom right-hand corner of my vision. I couldn't get it to go away. That's why I asked everybody about it. When I looked at it, or tried to look at
We
it,
thought you were crazy.
Yeah, I kept quiet.
whatever. I don't know what you guys feel with, but I'm not from around here, so I have no idea what the fuck's going on. You know, I tried to look at it, and that action in itself brought up this blue screen that's translucent somewhat.
Okay.
And it's asking me to do all these weird things like pick a class even though it already has one, basically a build for me.
Right.
And so I just went ahead and accepted. I'm trying to get out of these blue screens and I'm picking all these random things.
Just turned it off.
And now I have all of a sudden, I have mage hand prestidigitation. I can understand what everybody's saying, surprisingly. But I don't know that it's surprising yet.
Okay.
Because I don't know what they look like, because I can't see them. But I have understood everything they've said.
You're towards the back of your cell. You're still.
Do you understand what we said?
Yeah.
You're
Sound
still-
like fucking British Australia.
You're still in chains in the back of your cell, so you can't see around the corner very well. You can see some shadows because of the light. You can see some movement going on, but you can't see. Go ahead and roll a perception check.
Does anybody else speak giant?
I failed.
You failed?
I critically failed.
Oh, shit!
So you're too busy looking at your screens, and
They're still in my vision. I can't. Maybe that's why.
you need to figure out how to close those out first.
That's why I'm
Okay.
asking. Does anybody know what the fuck the screens are for? Why I
All right,
can't?
I tell you what, I'm going to answer you.
out?
I'm like, This lady over here says that we should probably be quiet. I don't know what the fuck you're talking about with screens.
I don't know this fucking lady. Does she have screens? Do you have
Right, I
screens?
said maybe we should whisper just a little bit. We don't have to fucking yell. Use your inside voice, mate.
Do you have screens?
I think I like the Australian version better.
I'm gonna rush over there and try to get my daily bedside.
So you hear a noise
You hear that, right?
I do hear it.
moving. It sounds like something scraping on stone, like metal scraping on stone, and you hear footsteps,
Okay, yeah, I'm gonna try.
rattling chains.
Okay, I immediately run to the back where I saw those loose stones. Right, fuck you all. Good day. Have a good time. I hope you figure it out.
Go on. What'd you say, Donald?
I was gonna try to go ahead and get my chains dissolved off my wrist.
Okay, you're digging in through the. What are you trying to do?
Your chains in his mouth, dude.
That's so how much of a drip are we talking?
You can see like just a thin bead, but maybe there. It looks like if you know anything about venomous creatures and stuff like that, it might have a venom sac in there or something like that.
So like nature check?
Yeah, go ahead and do a nature check.
You know the one thing we didn't study in?
You can see a vein dripping from its fangs as a vein kind of goes up into the back of its throat, and maybe there's something in there. I don't know. So you're trying to like pry open its mouth, and
I'm trying to find where this venom's coming from.
all right. So you start to dig your hand down into its fleshy maw, and you're ripping around in there.
Take this much poison damage.
Immediately, you start to feel burning sensation on your fingertips.
Pull them out.
You take minor damage, like 3 points of burn damage on the tips of your fingers, but you opened up a cavern that you can see like a green pocket now exposed, and it looks like you could possibly dip something in there. Oh, and by the way, you have some nasty like scars on your
Does it have a
fingers.
loincloth? Oh, scars on my fingers?
Yeah, it's just burn damage.
You ever read The Dark Tower? This happens.
It does not have any clothes on this one. He's naked. It's weird. He doesn't have a penis. It must be an any type creature. It's like, you can't
should poke around in there.
like a snake. You can't see it. It's got a little flap down there. You could reptilian.
I'm gonna work my way towards getting that sack
Bite on
out.
my mouth.
So
Move it with my nose.
Oh, there it
Okay,
is.
go ahead and roll a dexterity check there.
Oh! Oh! Hey, get the wall.
now, allow me to remind you guys. As a human, I have free inspiration. Well, it's for long rest, so I assumed I would start with it, right?
I was like, okay, what's your bonus? That's a critical foul! With your hand in his
Start with
mouth.
that inspiration.
You get this. Is that a part of your character class? You get to start with an inspiration
Yeah,
or once
free
per
inspiration.
as a heroic inspiration.
Yes, that's actually I think what it's called. Actually.
It's called heroic inspiration.
Yes.
You just get that?
Yeah.
Fine.
I don't want to critically fail. Fuck that.
Well, that's all today.
That's a little better.
15.
Okay.
A little better.
You reach down. You see this fleshy bag like sack
Shit.
that is attached to nerve endings and stuff like that. And as you try to fumble around, it starts to spill over. You stop your hands from getting burnt, but it's going to take some delicate care to. If you want to rip this sack out.
Hold on. Is it leaking into his mouth now? Like the creature's mouth?
Yeah, you've exposed it. When you were digging through.
Dude.
Look, can I put the chains on it?
Yeah, sure. You can dip
your.
your.
On and try to dissolve it.
Okay. You start to hear it. So they're starting to dissolve.
Okay, so I'll wait while they dissolve
Okay.
so everybody else can do what they want. Let
Follow
Brian, let
up.
Brian do some shit.
He was doing shit.
Yeah, he's only looking at the screen. We're getting out and Brian's still.
Rocks.
Deal with these fucking screens.
Oh, okay. So
Don't worry, if
you.
I can get out, I'll help you fucks get out.
Okay. Go ahead and do
You're going
a.
the wrong way, dickhead.
That's true.
Go ahead and do a strength check. You already saw where the stones were located.
No wonder I
So
fucked up here.
how are you doing this? Are you trying to pull, push, smash? What are you
Okay,
doing?
actually, before I do anything, I want to investigate.
Okay.
Does this something look like? Is it a push thing? Like I'm not like I said, I'm not retarded. I was raised by nobles. They have secret doors. I know about secret doors.
Go ahead and roll a perception check.
They have perception at least.
I have a perception of 13.
We'll go ahead and roll again. You noticed it. Let's see what you observe.
I'm not just gonna just go start punching things.
All right.
I have a solid 8.
You have a solid 8?
Yes.
Okay. So you still notice just something out of sorts, but you don't really know what it is.
Can I
You can see
determine
this
the
stone.
area of where it's out of
Yes, you can determine an area.
So,
There is a stone that is out of shape, out of place. It's at an angle. A crack runs along the wall. It looks like maybe this was reformed, rebuilt up at some point.
Alright, I'm gonna pause. I'm gonna look over my shoulder. And I'll be like, hey mate, watch this.
I hear him, but I'm too busy trying to dissolve chains.
I'm gonna do the fucking wind up and I'm gonna punch that fucking brick right where it is.
Oh, please, critically fell.
All right, go ahead and roll. Go ahead and punch the wall. Roll an attack.
The brick.
And slash strength check.
The brick. The one brick I noticed that.
Yeah.
So that had a crack right next to it.
Yes.
Ah!
It's
You
still-
hit it and it flipped.
It's still a 9.
Yeah, but you hit it and it flipped. It's a 2!
That is still a 9.
Oh Jesus! You get +6, +7.
Oh, athletics. He's doing athletics check.
All right. So you punch the wall.
That's 7.
You feel the stone shift under the movement, but your knuckles immediately give under the impact, and you bloody your knuckles, taking 2 points of damage. So you shred the skin off your knuckles.
Oh my god. So, I'm going to go ahead and chime in and say, I wasn't watching, but I heard you didn't make it through.
So you hear a fuck, fuck!
Actually, I won't say anything. I will chuckle.
Down
I
the
just chuckle.
down the hallway, you hear the voice of the woman. What are you doing?
It was a fist on a wall. It wouldn't have made that much fucking noise.
That's the fuck that you yelled at me. It's not better.
Imagine it'll be cromedy.
Did any of you find anything useful in your cells? I found some glass vials in mine and some kind of liquid in a jar I dare not open.
Right. Well, I just got my screens off, so I can look around now.
Okay, well, I'm gonna talk to the chick. But roll your perception check.
11 plus
What's your perception?
14.
Okay.
I look around my cell, 14.
It's pretty dark in the shadows of your cell. You don't have dark vision, but you do see some loose rock laying against the floor. You think you could reach out and grab maybe some jagged stones, some type of jagged stones. That's self-explanatory. There's across the wall from you, if you could reach it, it looks like there is a stone that has been pushed or pulled out of the wall a little bit. And so somebody at one point was like maybe fiddling with that, but you can't reach it at this time.
Okay. Is there anything else in the cell? Yeah, that's all I can see.
That's all you can see at this time. You see some rubble, some loose stones. Like I said, one of them looks like it may be sharpened almost, or like a jagged point. You can hear pounding in the cell next to you, so you don't know that exact distance, but it's like the sound is going through the hallway.
You hear me from down the hall. Right, you should try punching it.
Was I able to hear the woman?
Yes, you can hear the woman. Yeah, they're all within hearing range of each other. You don't have to talk. It's
You
really,
heard me hit a wet smack and a fuck.
yeah, it's quiet.
I'm gonna... Woman, can you hand those vials to the puncher next to you? with the sweet
I'm Goliath. So you
But I said, of course you took one. The gentleman next to it, the sweet boy.
appreciate that, man. You said she had empty vials and a jar of something.
She is next to you on your left side.
Okay.
So now she could roll them across the way or roll them over
Can
to
you hand
you.
me
Are they
the
empty
vials?
vials?
Yeah, they're empty glass vials.
Okay, so yeah, just
Can you hand me the vials?
Just have her roll.
I mean, if she's next to me, we could just reach through.
If
There's no chance of it.
how thick is the wall between them? Can he stick his arm out there?
Yeah, when I reach over and she hand me the vials,
She has enough arm range, you know.
Did you ever free yourself?
I was dissolving them. That's why.
Yeah, okay. So the chains, eventually you hear a hissing sound and then a pop, and the chains are break loose.
Okay.
I'm guessing you do that for your other arm?
Yes.
Okay. So, yeah.
I had to roll for both of mine.
But I use my brain, not my strength.
When you don't.
So you slowly just acid your way out of your chains, basically. So as the metals freeze, you rinse and repeat on each of the chains. You're able to somehow dip your...
After that while and dissolve
Yeah.
the other chain.
And she
Hand me
says-
the vials.
Yes, here. I don't know what you'll do with them, but here, take...
I'm gonna reach around and grab the vials.
Okay, she hands you 3 glass vials. They're empty glass vials.
I'm gonna take one and I'm gonna try to drain some of that sack into it.
Okay. You successfully do that.
And then I'm gonna give it a 30-second count to see if it does anything to the glass.
Okay.
Okay. I am gonna go over to the dead body, wrap my hands up.
You think he'll punch the fucking wall again?
No, I'm not gonna punch the wall again.
I gotta boo-boo.
Right, so, fella over there, desecrating a body, I'm not sure what you're... That looks a bit fucking weird, but... Lady, I hear you have a jaw or something. I'm determined I'm not getting out of here on my own. I need some help.
She holds up a vial that looks like it's brown with red flakes sprinkled throughout it.
What kind of
And she says, I found this on the corpse in my cell. I dare not open it. I don't know what this is.
Okay, what kind of check would that be?
Is it magical in nature or nature?
Is it something I
Is that
can
a
tell?
spell check?
Nature.
You can roll for it. Sure, go ahead.
It's a critical one.
You immediately look at it and
I
you're
look
like,
at it like, I don't have any fucking idea what that is.
Are you sure it's a vial?
Right, now, I think you should open it.
Oh, God.
And maybe pour a little bit on the box. Let's see what happens.
I dare not open it. Fuck that.
Let's throw it here, and I'll try.
Okay.
It's gonna fucking break, Cameron. You may get smoked to death.
Alright, then interject.
I am. I was waiting for you. I didn't want to.
'Cause that's my
I did
idea.
not want to cut off the role play. So I'm going to chime in. Give me 15 seconds, and I think I can get out of here.
All right, Brian. What are you doing in your cell?
I heard you said that if we have anything interesting in my cell.
I've got these screens.
Shut up, dude. Ruining my
Let him
role
play his
play.
character.
Hey.
Let him play his character.
Did you rummage through the dude's pockets?
I don't have anybody in my cell.
I do have one question.
No bodies in his cell.
No, you have rocks.
I have rocks. And that's what I'm about to say.
You have jagged rocks.
But like, I got jagged little rocks and screens. Can you help me with these? Where?
I'm on my way back to the wall when I hear, I have jagged rocks. Does that help?
Sure. Smash them. I don't know. If you can get the fuck out of here, get me out of here. Right, and wake me up. Because I'm tired of dreaming in here.
Put a scratch on the wall so we know this is day
Who
one.
the fuck are you?
There's a drunk guy in there as well. There's a drunk guy and a chick. The drunk guy is
No, I know that
drinking.
he's there.
And then,
Yeah, okay.
I'm
I'm
trying
gonna
to figure out
fill up the other vials and start dripping
Maybe I
more
get
bars
some
like
information out of this guy.
Because I hear footsteps on running up.
So while you guys are
take the jagged rocks.
I'm gonna start filling and dumping them on bars.
Maybe that's what you're trying.
I'll take one and try to do one bar and see if I can squeeze it.
Okay.
Oh, is that happening now?
Yeah.
Yeah, you hear that down the way.
For role play, I'm doing one at one bar and one at the bottom. Trying to do one bar.
While you're doing that, Sabok sits down.
I know I'm really nervous right now.